San Francisco is pretty unique. Its myriad hills also means you've got a lot of really great vista points from which to view the city spread out below you. Today, I'm going to bring you to some of the best viewpoints across San Francisco. We're going to start first in the southernmost portion of the city and work our way up until we get to here, Golden Gate Bridge. For the most spectacular 360-degree views, come up to Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks is the second tallest hill in the city, located near Noe Valley. There's a large viewing platform and parking lot at the top. Selfie op! Ahead of you to the northeast is downtown San Francisco with its high-rise buildings. To the east is the Mission District with Oakland, Berkeley, and Mount Diablo across the water. To the west is Haight-Ashbury between Buena Vista Park to the right and Golden Gate Park to the left. In the distance is Pacific Heights with the Golden Gate Bridge beyond that. And to the southwest are Sunset and Richmond districts. More selfies. A short walk from the parking lot is a north peak called Eureka. There are two peaks, and the original Spanish settlers called it Los Pechos de la Chola, or Breasts of the Indian Maiden. Naughty. The wind up here will literally knock you off your feet. And that's the south peak, Noe. It has the best views, but is a small hike over.
Another great option if Twin Peaks is too crowded is Billy Goat Hill, just down the street in Diamond Heights.
Billy Goat Hill is a hidden neighborhood gem and easy to get to. It's got great street parking and Muni Line 52 stops right above it.
We're heading to this lookout up here.
There's a small switchback trail to a viewing platform for the perfect photo. Locals frequently install swings here that make you feel like you're swinging out over the high-rises, but the city keeps cutting them down. Safety or some such nonsense.
Probably the second most iconic view here in the city is this one with the painted ladies in the background.
Painted Ladies references San Francisco's famous multicolored Victorians. This road directly across the street from Alamo Square Park in the Western Addition neighborhood is famous. It's been on a million postcards and most notably in the opening credits of the 80s comedy sitcom Full House. Here's a few of my own postcards with a bad view. Alamo Square just underwent a $5.3 million renovation and includes rolling lawns, a children's playground, tennis courts, and an off-leash dog area.
That's Twin Peaks behind us.
There are so many gorgeously restored Victorians in this neighborhood, you should take a quick self-guided architectural stroll. There's decent street parking on weekdays, and Muni will drop you off at or near the park.
While there are plenty of great places in the city with good rooftop views, I think the most spectacular architectural one is at the view at the top of the Marriott Marquis, really close to Union Square in Soma.
The view is open daily at 4 p.m. and is located on the 39th floor. While it's not as famous as the top of the Mark, the stunning windows make a dramatic backdrop, and the city views aren't bad either. It gets packed but turns over quickly. The drinks are okay, but they've got cute San Francisco-themed names. Or just come up to snap the view. Now we're going due north to the neighborhood of Russian Hill.
We are at the top of the most famous, curviest street in San Francisco, Lombard Street, and take a look at that fantastic view behind me.
Directly in front of us is Coit Tower with the Bay Bridge and Yerba Buena Island in the distance. Street parking is plentiful during the weekdays, or you can catch the Hyde Street cable car at the top of the hill. This block of Lombard has 8 hairpin turns, allowing vehicles to maneuver the steep 27-degree descent, and lots of tourists. Don't be annoying and block the traffic when you maneuver for your selfies.
There are a couple of famous homes on this stretch of Lombard Street. Behind me here is number 1000, and it's the home of 1960s socialite Pat Montandon. She was so eccentric that she thought her house was haunted and moved out. A couple of streets down from the curvy part of Lombard is number 949, which was the site of MTV's Real World San Francisco. And at the end of this block, number 900, is the infamous Scotty's apartment from Alfred Hitchcock's movie Vertigo.
At the intersections, look north to spot Alcatraz Island. Let's head west on Lombard towards Pack Heights. Check out the view.
Our next stop are the Lion Street stairs in the very exclusive neighborhood of Pacific Heights. All up and down Broadway here, which marks the top of the Lion Steps, are some magnificent estates owned by some of the wealthiest people in the world, including Gordon Getty, Larry Ellison, who's the CEO of Oracle, and Mimi Haas, who comes from the family that founded Levi Strauss of the Levi's Jeans Company. From the top of Lion Street stairs is a magnificent view of Marina and the bay below.
That's the Marina District with Alcatraz in the distance. Halfway down is a cool little terrace.
For our next location, we're going to walk over to the Palace of Fine Arts in the Marina right here.
There's no amazing cityscape, but it's a grand backdrop all on its own. Originally built for the 1915 Panama Pacific Exposition, the Palace of Fine Arts used to house the Exploratorium, but now is mainly used for exhibitions. It's a popular place for both tourists and wedding photographers. Its gorgeous pond and water features make it very Instagrammable. It's also a short walk to cute boutiques and restaurants along Chestnut and Union Streets. It's a 2-mile walk or drive over to the #1 most photographed SF destination, the Golden Gate Bridge. On the SF side of the bridge is the Welcome Center with lots of fascinating engineering exhibits. Did you know the bridge was named for the Golden Gate Strait that it straddles? The strait was named for the Christoceras, or Golden Horn, harbor in Istanbul. This is a good side to get the Golden Gate in the backdrop. Cross the bridge to get the best city views. It's about a 1.7-mile walk, bike, or drive. The bike path is on the ocean side. On the Marin side is the Golden Gate Vista Point. Hang at the trailhead parking lot or hike in for more spectacular views. Snap a few for posterity.
Don't forget that these viewpoints are equally as spectacular at sunset. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, peace.